first of all, I'm blessed to be here. Man, this is, man, I'm at the U. You know, it's just growing up and just understanding what this place is and what this place is about and all the great players that have come through here. Man, I'm blessed to be here. I'm excited. My family is excited. My wife and our 3 daughters are excited. So, man, I'm so fired up to be here.
Awesome. All right, Coach, we're going to start with Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Manny, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to South Florida, man. Wanted to ask you from a recruiting perspective with linebackers, what it is specifically that you look for in guys, what kind of traits, et cetera. And obviously you have had a lot of success recruiting in the past at Auburn. Wondering what your best victory was, in your time and why you consider it your best.
Oh, man, that's a great question. Well, what I'm looking for is it's a few things, right? You have to love football. So you have to do your research and just make sure the student athlete that you're recruiting is not just a camp guy, that's going around to different camp circuits and do well in drills. You want to get a guy that loves football. And obviously you're going to need a skill set. You need to find a guy that has the skill set you're looking for, that's explosive, have the suddenness that you're looking for. Different things like that. Can bend, has play strength, can run sideline to sideline, and also a football IQ. Can he pick up the system? So those are the things that you look for. And those are things that you will find out when you talk to the high school coaches or when you're having a conversation with the student athletes. So, those are some of the things that I look for. Leadership is very important because you are the quarterback of the defense. So for me, you have to be a great leader. You got to have character. You're going to the schools and you're talking to different people. That's something that you just can't overlook. But definitely the skill set things that we talked about. And as far as the greatest victory, I don't know, man. That's a tough question. So I can't really answer that because that's tough. Because I think all of my guys, are great victories in their own right. You're taking the kid and you're giving them an opportunity to come play at a university and get a free scholarship. I really feel like all of the guys are a victory. Because for me, if I'm recruiting, you a 5-star to me. I'm not just, because you got to be someone, hey, man, you got to pay the house note. So I have my own star ranking. So, if I'm recruiting you, I think you have the skill set to win a championship. So, that's just kind of how I look at it.
Coach, we've got David Furones from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. David, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to Miami. On top of coaching, I understand you also got some bars. How did rapping start for you? Do you recite written rhymes, freestyle, both? And do you already have some raps in mind for your new linebackers or anyone else on this team?
Well, I have a music background. I love music just like everybody loves music. It's poetry. And so it's just one of those deals that I just kind of love to do. Now I don't just be at the house in the studio rapping. That's not what I'm doing. But I have a way with words, and I just try to put words together. And I just because like it started when I was playing for the Falcons. Most guys will leave and they'll go play golf, and I was going to the studio just having fun in Atlanta, and that's kind of how I got started.
Coach, we've got Gary Furman from Kane Sport. Gary, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, how are you? Welcome to Miami. So T-Rob and you I was talking to different people up at Auburn and around the SEC and stuff about you when it looked like you were coming here. And people talk, that compared you a lot to T-Rob and that you guys have similar personalities and similar effectiveness as recruiters and the same approach to a lot of different things. How well do you guys know each other? And has that sort of like evolved, if it has evolved by accident, or is T-Rob a guy that you've tried to emulate as you've moved forward in your career? Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. That guy T-Rob, I don't know him and I don't like him. When I see him, I'm gonna punch him in the face. But no, that's my guy. That's it. That's my brother. I've been knowing him for 20 years. A great friend of mine. Somebody that I respect. Somebody that's a really, really good football coach. Obviously he's a good recruiter, but he's a really good football coach. Really good friend of mine. as far as like emulating them and different things like that, I think I'm my own self, you know, and then T-Rob is his as well. But we've been on each other a long time. I know him very, very well. His son is named Travis, so that just goes to show you how close we are.
Coach, we got Chris Stock from Inside the U. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, just kind of curious about the messaging to your linebacker group. I know you touched on what you like in a recruit, but also to the current guys, for them to earn playing time, it's going to be a battle. I assume maybe you're messaging to them what you're looking for.
You know, really, I think before we even got into X's and O's, I really wanted them to understand, like, we are at the U, which I really think is Linebacker U. Like, we went over all the linebackers that came through here. So they just have to understand that these guys that laid the foundation and laid the bricks around here, when they watch them play on Saturdays, like, you got to understand, these guys really take this serious. These guys, like, when it comes to playing football, especially linebacker, you know, at Miami is just, man, they have to understand that. So my whole deal was just making sure they understood, like, so I had them go on the board. I say, man, write down a great linebacker that have come through here. I wanted them to write it down so every day we go on a meeting, they'll be able to look at that and see it. Obviously, you know, you're going to play for your family and you're going to play for your teammates, but it's that extra layer of just that extra fire that's in you, just understanding the linebackers that came before you. So just I think it's something that's huge for anybody to know the people that came before you. You know, we're not just out here playing football. We represent something. You know, we represent the name on the back of our jerseys, and we represent the name that's in front of our jerseys, and the guys that set in those, well, not in the meeting rooms that we have, but you know what I'm saying, set in the meeting rooms, and we're linebackers here. So I just think if we just start there, and also just a mindset of being, you got to be coachable as an 8th grader. Have a coach me, coach attitude. You know, like I'm here to coach you and get you better fundamentally, teach you football. You know, so just be coachable as an 8th grader, have a coach me, coach attitude, and we're going to reach all the goals that we're trying to reach.
Coach, we're going to go to Gabby Urrutia from 24/7. Gabby, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to Miami. Just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on, you know, some of the talent you've been able to evaluate locally and stuff like that, you know, and also just kind of how you plan on utilizing, you know, your ties obviously to, you know, the South, like the Georgia, Alabama area, with also the understanding that Miami likes to recruit locally and kind of build on top of that. So just kind of like your thoughts on all those things.
First thing, you know, you just realize is, man, it's a ton of talent right here in our footprint. So we definitely have to take advantage of that and, you know, really attack all the student athletes that's in this area that we think can come help us win championships. And then, like you said, just in the South period, man, just it's all about relationships and connections, you know, and it's about also building those relationships as you go. So if we just use that, I think we'll be fine. But obviously, man, it's loaded down here. That's why so many schools come down here. And we're trying our best to keep them down here with us.
Coach, we've got time for a couple more. We're going to go to Brandon Adoy from Football Hotbed. Brandon, go ahead.
Coach, welcome to the crib.
The crib, I like that, baby.
I mean, you kind of talked about this already, the legacy at your position group. And that's sort of the question that I had. Your position is kind of in transition, and it's been sort of, you know, with the guys that are currently on the team. We had some veteran guys here, you know, a year or so ago, and last year is kind of in transition. So in your development of that position group, what sort of, I mean, you kind of listed the attributes that you're looking for, what you want to recruit, but what do you feel like basically when you're researching this position, this job, what do I have to get in and accomplish in order for this unit to play at the championship level? And not only that, but also to the legacy and the standards that have already been set here, you know, in previous years, because it is so demanding from that position group, you know, just because it's the University of Miami Linebacker U, as you said.
Man, I love it. I love the question. Man, listen, we are up for the challenge. I love it. This is Linebacker U. Yes, you know, when I told the guys, I looked right at them, I said, we have a all-conference linebacker in this room. It all starts with mental. Like, I didn't care. I really thought I was 6'4", 250 pounds as a linebacker, but I was 200 pounds. You know, so it's all about your mentality. Like, you have to love being physical. You have to love coming to work every day and playing linebacker at the U. You have to love the pressure week in and week out, going out there and dominating and looking and having that pressure of all your former brothers watching you. So I'm up, man. I'm up for the challenge. The guys will be up for the challenge, but it just starts mentally. We have it in the room. We gonna get it up out. We gonna get everything out of them. I'm fired up for the opportunity. This is awesome to be coaching here. Awesome to be coaching the guys that's in my room. They were bright-eyed. They were eager to learn. They were eager to get better. And like I told them, even when we go out there on Saturdays, last thing I always tell them is every mistake you make belongs to me, except for your effort, stupid penalties, and you being physical. If you mess up on a play, I didn't coach you right. I'm not one of those guys that say, oh, so-and-so, he's not smart enough. I taught him this. We're not doing that. It goes back to, have I coached it right? And if they messed it up, I didn't coach it right. So I have to figure out a way to make sure I'm coaching it right. They're picking it up. Make sure I'm doing the right fundamental drills. All of my drills that we're doing at practice should be showing up on Saturdays, or Thursdays, or whenever we play. So it's more pressure. Like it's on Coach T. Will, But at the same time, as a group, we got to have a mindset that we are the best. We got to walk it, talk it, work it. That's what we got to do. We got to have a hard hat, and you got to have just a work type of mentality. Like, I'm just fired up for the opportunity, man. But I told those guys, like, we have it in the room. We have it in the room. We ain't walking around with our head down. No, chest up, chin high. We play linebacker at the University of Miami. So I feel great.
Awesome. Coach, this is the last one for you. We got Susan Miller-Degnan from the Miami Herald. Susan, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, welcome. I asked what I was going to ask, but I have another one for you. I know that you love Alabama very much. Just kidding.
Oh.
University of Alabama. Just kidding. Anyway, so, I just can't believe they're starting against Alabama. How does that game change in its perspective for you and the players? UM's natural rival is FSU, and it's the same kind of deal. Yeah, I know Auburn, Alabama is fierce. What are you thinking about that opening game and getting those kids to know how bad you want Alabama? And also, have you composed any raps regarding Alabama-Miami opener?
The good thing is it's a long time before the first game. And I think right now we just need to chop wood and get better and better, as players and, as a football team. Alabama is a returning, national champions, a great team, great coach, all of that good stuff. So I just think if we just focus on ourselves and worry about ourselves, and then as we get better, that game will take care of itself, and it'll be here like that. It seems like it's a long ways away, but if we could just keep getting better every day, just get better at the small things and the things that, help you win championships. So, that's what we gonna focus on. They are the giant, they are the team in college football, and we're going to respect them. And then in the first game, we're going to go out here and just give it our best shot, and we'll see how it goes.
No rap song?
I don't know. I've been getting that question a lot. Maybe not. I don't know. But that's been like the common question. I guess I may be okay at it, huh? If I was pretty bad, they would have
Correct.
want me to do it. But
that's right.
We'll see. It depends on the mood. I think it was a lot of the quarantine kind of got me. You sitting at the house, kind of bored. So it's just, we'll see. I think it's the perfect place for it, though. But we'll see.